students. Is it my voice is audible for you?
Yes, sir.
PPT showing clearly?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Dear students, in the last class we discussed about battery technology. So in which we discuss about introduction, then basic components of the battery, then classification of batteries with examples. So first coming to a battery it is a device enables to convert energy liberated in a chemical reaction into electrical energy. It is called as a battery. Means whatever the device are having ability to convert whatever the energy liberated during a chemical reaction into an electrical energy, that type of devices called as a batteries. For example, lead acid battery, nickel metal hydride battery, cadmium, nickel cadmium batteries, lithium manganese dioxide battery, etc. These are the some examples for batteries. In which first one coming to the basic components of the battery. So battery it consists of four major basic components. One is an anode, another one is an cathode, another one is an electrolyte, another one is an separator. These are the four major basic components of the battery. See this diagram. So it indicates that this is a one battery. This battery it is constructed by using in a four basic components. First one is an anode, second another one is in a cathode, next another one is an electrolyte, next another one is in a separator. In which coming to the functions of these batteries, these components in a battery, first one coming to the anode. Anode it is a negative electrode in a battery where the oxidation reaction it takes place. Therefore, it releases the electrons to the external circuit. In which, in the case of rechargeable batteries, these anode it acts as a positive electrode means cathode during the recharging process. This is first one, the function of anode. Coming to the second component in a battery, that is in a cathode. So the function of cathode is in the battery, the cathode it is in a positive electrode where the reduction of active material it takes place by gaining the electrons from the external circuit. So whatever the electron is liberated at the anode, these electron it is gained by the cathode electrode where the reduction reaction it takes place. In which, in the case of rechargeable batteries, these cathode it acts as a negative electrode during recharging process in the case of rechargeable batteries. This is second another one basic component, that is cathode. Coming to the next another one component, that is electrolyte. So the electrolyte it is used because it provides the medium for transport of ions from anode to cathode or cathode to anode, in which either acid solution or alkali solutions or salts having high ionic conductivity, it is used as an electrolyte in the case of batteries. This is next one, another one, a function of electrolyte, another one basic component. Coming to the next another one basic component, that is separator. So the separator, it is used to separate the anode and cathode. It is used to separate anode and cathode because to prevent the internal short circuiting between anode and another one is a cathode electrode, in which generally either by using in a cellulose membrane or polyvinyl membrane or polyolefin membrane or polyethylene membranes, the separator it is constructed. So this is about first one, that is basic components of the battery. After these basic components of the battery, coming to the classification of batteries, generally batteries are classified into three types. One is in a primary batteries or non-rechargeable batteries. Second, another one is in a secondary batteries or rechargeable batteries. Next one is in a reserve batteries. These are the three types of batteries. One is primary batteries, another one is secondary batteries, another one is reserve batteries. In which coming to the first one, primary batteries. The primary batteries are the batteries which cannot be recharged and discarded when battery delivers all its electrical energy, called as a primary battery. Means whatever the batteries it undergo only in a discharging process, it cannot undergo any recharging process. and we are going to discard the battery when battery converts whatever the chemical energy present inside the cell into an electrical energy. These type of batteries, it is called as a primary batteries or non-rechargeable batteries. Here only the discharging process it takes place, there is no recharging process. In which, coming to the examples for these primary batteries, a zinc manganese dioxide battery, lithium manganese dioxide battery, zinc air battery, aluminium air battery, etc. These are the some examples for primary batteries. In these batteries, only discharging process it takes place, there is no recharging process. This is first one, that is primary batteries. Coming to the second, another one type of batteries, that is secondary batteries. So the secondary batteries are the batteries in which after discharge can be recharged again by passing an electric current in the opposite direction of the discharge. It is called as a secondary batteries. Means whatever the batteries, it undergo both charging and another one is in a discharging process. That type of batteries, it is called as a secondary batteries. In the case of secondary batteries, after complete conversion of chemical energy present inside the cell into the electrical energy, once we apply a recharging process, again that chemical energy it is restored and the battery it is ready for reuse. So these type of batteries which is subjected for both discharge process and recharge process by using an electric current in the opposite direction to that of discharge process, that is called as a secondary batteries. For example, lead acid battery, nickel cadmium battery, nickel metal hydride battery, lithium ion batteries, etc. These are the some examples for secondary batteries. In these batteries, both discharging process, another one is in a recharging process, it is observed. These type of batteries called as a secondary batteries. So coming to the next, another one type of batteries, that is reserve batteries. So coming to the reserve batteries are the batteries which stored in inactive state and are activated just before they are needed. These type of batteries called as a reserve batteries. Means whatever the batteries generally are initially it is stored in the inactive state and the batteries are activated when they are required to use, that type of batteries called as a reserve batteries. In these reserve batteries, the activation of the battery it mainly involves the addition of electrolyte, because in the case of reserve batteries, the electrolyte it is isolated and it is stored separately and it is added when it is required. In which when electrolyte it is added to battery, then only battery will become active. So these type of batteries called as a reserve batteries. For example, magnesium water activated battery, zinc silver oxide battery, lithium vanadium oxide battery, etc. These are the some examples for reserve batteries. It's a clear the classification of batteries with example. Any doubt in this classification of batteries? Dear student, is it clear for you?
Yes, sir.
Any doubt in the classification of batteries? So here there are two definition. Is there any one definition you need to remember which one is easy for you with example? Because this question you will get compulsory in your examination and internal test. Take define battery, explain classification of batteries with example. This is for primary battery and this is for secondary batteries and this is for reserve batteries. So after this, coming to the some examples for secondary batteries, the construction and working of secondary batteries, in which one example that is nickel metal hydride battery. See this diagram, this is a nickel metal hydride battery. So the nickel metal hydride battery, it is an example for secondary batteries in which both charging and discharging process it takes place. First, coming to the construction of nickel metal hydride battery. The nickel metal hydride battery it consists of two nickel foils. The nickel metal hydride battery it consists of two nickel foils. See, this is one nickel foil or nickel metal. This is another one nickel foil or nickel metal. In this nickel foil, the active material of anode and active material of cathode it is packed, in which the active material at anode is a mixture of metal hydride. It is a mixture of metal hydride with hydrogen storage alloy. Cathode active material at cathode is a mixture of nickel oxyhydroxide, in which it consists of potassium hydroxide, 30% potassium hydroxide as an electrolyte and polypropylene membrane as a separator. And in these batteries, both electrolyte and separator are impregnated with each other, means it will present together. And it consists of one cell cap. This cell cap gives an external electrical connection. This is first one, the construction of nickel metal hydride battery. So here you need to remember in your mind which is the anode, which is the cathode, which is the electrolyte and which is the separator. While writing construction, you need to write down these. The nickel metal hydride battery consists of two nickel foils. See, this is one nickel foil in which anode active material it is packed. This is another one nickel foil. Here the cathode active material it is packed. Coming to the active material at anode, that is in a metal hydride with hydrogen storage alloy. For example, one is in a vanadium metal hydride or zirconium metal hydride or titanium metal hydride, etc. These are the some examples for metal hydride. Generally, any one metal hydride it is used as an anode material. First one. Coming to the active material at cathode, that is nickel oxyhydroxide. Nickel oxyhydroxide used as a cathode material. Another one, it consists of 30% of potassium hydroxide act as an electrolyte, and it consists of polypropylene membrane, it act as a separator. In this battery, both separator and electrolyte it is impregnated with each other, and it consists of one cell cap. This cell cap gives an external electrical connection. Is it clear for you construction of nickel metal hydride battery? You need to unmute and you need to answer for my question. Suppose you did not understood, you need to ask. I will explain one more time. Is it clear construction of nickel metal hydride battery?
Yes, sir.
Which is the anode in the nickel metal hydride battery? Which is the anode? Anode is metal hydride with hydrogen storage alloy. Cathode is nickel oxyhydroxide. Separator is polypropylene. Electrolyte is potassium hydroxide KOH. It's a clear? Which is the anode material in the nickel metal hydride battery?
Metal hydride.
Metal hydride with hydrogen storage alloy. Which is the cathode? Cathode is nickel oxyhydroxide. Electrolyte is potassium hydroxide. Separator is polypropylene. This is first one, construction of nickel metal hydride battery. After this construction, coming to the working of nickel metal hydride battery, the nickel metal hydride battery, it is in a secondary battery, therefore it undergo both charging and another one is in a discharging process, in which in the case of discharging process, the nickel metal hydride battery act as a galvanic cell, where the chemical energy is converted into electrical energy takes place, in which at the anode oxidation reaction it takes place, in which whatever the metal hydride present as an anode material in the battery undergo oxidation reaction in the presence of hydroxyl ion with the electrolyte, it will form metal with the liberation of electrons. This is the oxidation reaction observed during discharging process of a battery. Whatever the metal hydride present in the battery as anode material, it undergo oxidation reaction. It is oxidized to a metal with liberation of electrons. In which, coming to the cathode reaction, at the cathode, whatever the nickel oxyhydroxide is present, it gaining the liberated electrons, it will reduce it to nickel hydroxide with the liberation of energy. In this way, during discharging process, it converts chemical energy into the electrical energy. Coming to the next reaction, the electron get cancelled. The remaining MH plus NiOOH gives rise to M plus NiOH2. So this is first one during discharging process. Coming to the working during recharging process. During recharging process, the nickel metal hydride battery, it acts as an electrolytic cell where the electrical energy is converted into chemical energy, in which the reactions are reversed. It's a clear the working of nickel metal hydride battery. The nickel metal hydride battery, it is in a secondary battery, therefore it undergo both discharging and recharging process. In the case of discharging process, it acts as a galvanic cell where chemical energy is converted into electrical energy, in which first at the anode, whatever the metal hydride is present, it undergo oxidation reaction, it oxidizes to metal with the liberation of electron it takes place. Once electron is liberated at the anode, it moves towards the cathode. At the cathode, it contains nickel oxyhydroxide. That nickel oxyhydroxide, gaining the liberated electron, it is reduced to nickel hydroxide with the liberation of energy. In this way, during discharging process, the chemical energy is converted into electrical energy takes place. Coming to the reactions during recharging process. During recharging process, it acts as an electrolytic cell where electrical energy is converted into chemical energy. Whatever the chemical energy it is consumed during discharging process, it is regenerated in the case of recharging process by using an electric current, in which the reactions are reversed. It's a clear. In which, coming to the output
Yes,
of this nickel metal hydride battery, it shows a 1.35 volts of output, and it coming to the some applications. So it is used in the cellular phones, computers, portable electronic equipments, electric vehicles, laptops, etc. These are the some applications of nickel metal hydride battery. This is first one example for secondary batteries, that is construction and working of nickel metal hydride battery. Is it clear for you? Any doubt in this construction and working of nickel metal hydride battery, you can ask it now. In your syllabus, you have two examples. One is in a nickel metal hydride battery, another one is in a lithium ion batteries. These two batteries, 7 marks you will get without fail, construction and working. Is it clear for you?
Yes, sir.
Any doubt in this construction and working of nickel metal hydride battery? Okay. Now you can write down this diagram. Write down headline nickel metal hydride battery. Write down this diagram. After that, you inform me. I will tell how to write construction. Without fail, you need to write down. Is it over? Written all of you diagram. You need to unmute and answer. Written.
No, sir.
Write it fast because one more battery is there. Over now.
Yes, sir.
Now write down next line. Construction. Construction. Anode. Anode. Put a hyphen. Write down metal hydride with hydrogen storage alloy. Metal hydride with hydrogen storage alloy. Metal hydride with hydrogen storage alloy. Second one, cathode. Cathode, nickel oxyhydroxide. Nickel oxyhydroxide. Nickel oxyhydroxide. Nickel oxyhydroxide. Next, electrolyte. Electrolyte, potassium hydroxide in bracket 30%. Electrolyte, potassium hydroxide in bracket 30 percentage. In bracket 30 percentage. Next, separator. Separator, polypropylene. Separator, polypropylene. Written all of you.
Yes, sir.
Now you can tell me which is the anode material in the nickel metal hydride battery.
Metal hydrate.
Metal hydride with hydrogen storage alloy. Which is the cathode material in the nickel metal hydride battery?
Nickel
Nickel
hydroxide.
Nickel oxyhydroxide. Which is this electrolyte?
Potassium hydroxide.
Which is the separator?
Polypropylene.
Polypropylene. Okay, good. Then write down working. In that, write down these three reactions. After that, write down working. In working, write down these three reactions. It's over.
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is about first one, that is nickel metal hydride battery. So after this nickel metal hydride battery, coming to the next, another one example for secondary batteries, that is lithium ion batteries. So in which, in some batteries, during construction, the lithium material, it is used as a one of the material to construct a battery. It is because of its characteristics. Due to the good characteristics of the lithium metal, in some batteries, the lithium, it is used as a one of the material during construction. So in which batteries the lithium metal is used as one of the material during construction, that type of battery is called as a lithium batteries. So because the lithium metal having very low electrode potential, that is in a minus 3.04 volts, and another one is it is very lighter element and it has good electrical conductivity property. Because of these three characteristics of the lithium, one is in a due to the low electrode potential compared to other one, that is minus 3.04 volts. Second, another one, it is in a very lighter element, and another one, it has very good electrical conductivity property. Because of these three characteristics, in some batteries during construction, the lithium, it is used as a one of the materials, in which whatever the batteries, it is constructed by using a lithium metal or lithium materials, that is called as a lithium batteries. In the case of lithium batteries, there are two types. One is in a primary lithium batteries, another one is in a secondary lithium batteries. These are the two types of lithium batteries. One is primary lithium batteries, another one is secondary lithium batteries. First one, coming to the primary lithium batteries. In the case of primary lithium batteries, there is a pure lithium metal is used as a one of the material. But coming to the secondary lithium batteries, in the case of secondary lithium batteries, instead of pure lithium metal, there is a lithium.
Sir,
1 minute only, I am here only. So there are two types of lithium batteries. One is primary lithium batteries, another one is secondary lithium batteries. First one, coming to primary lithium batteries. In the case of primary lithium batteries, there is a pure lithium metal is used as a one of the material. But In the case of secondary lithium batteries, instead of pure lithium metal, there is a lithium ion material is used as one of the material. So these type of batteries called as a secondary lithium batteries. In which first one coming to the primary lithium batteries. In the case of primary lithium batteries, there is a pure lithium metal is used as one of the material. For example, lithium manganese dioxide battery. In the lithium manganese dioxide battery, there is a pure lithium metal is used as a one of the anode material. So these type of batteries called as a primary lithium batteries. Second one is secondary lithium batteries. In the case of secondary lithium batteries, instead of using in a pure lithium metal, there is a lithium ion materials are used as one of the material. These type of batteries called as a secondary lithium batteries. For example, lithium ion battery. The lithium ion battery, it is an example for secondary lithium batteries, because in the secondary lithium batteries, we are not using in a pure lithium metal. Instead of that, we are using in a lithium ion material. For example, in this lithium ion battery, there is a lithium carbon material and lithiated cobalt oxide used as an anode and cathode materials. See here, we are not using in a pure lithium metal, but we are using a lithium containing material as one of the material. So these type of batteries called as a secondary lithium batteries. For that one example, that is lithium ion battery. So coming to the lithium ion batteries, these are the batteries in which the lithium ions are used instead of lithium metal, and there is a movement of lithium ions through electrolyte takes place from one electrode to another electrode. These type of batteries called as a lithium ion batteries. In which lithium batteries, instead of using in a pure lithium metal, there is a use of lithium ion material it takes place. That type of batteries called as a lithium ion batteries. For example, lithium cobalt oxide battery. The lithium cobalt oxide battery, it is one example for a lithium ion batteries, in which coming to the construction and working of that lithium cobalt oxide battery. See, this is a lithium cobalt oxide battery. This is a lithium cobalt oxide battery, in which coming to the first one construction of lithium cobalt oxide battery. The lithium cobalt oxide battery, it consists of a lithium carbon material with copper aluminium foil as current collector. It acts as an anode. See, these are the aluminium foils or aluminium grids. These aluminium grids, it containing a lithium carbon material. These lithium carbon material, it acts as an anode. And another one is, it consists of a lithiated cobalt oxide with copper foil as a current collector. These are the copper foils. In these copper foils, there is a lithiated cobalt oxide is present. This lithiated cobalt oxide, it acts as a cathode, and it consists of an electrolyte, that is lithium salts dissolved in an organic solvent. It acts as an electrolyte, and both anode and cathode, it is separated by using a separator, that is polypropylene membrane. So this is about construction of lithium cobalt oxide battery. So coming to the anode, cathode, separator and electrolyte material used in the construction of this lithium cobalt oxide battery. As an example for lithium ion battery, first one is an anode, that is lithium carbon material, that is LiXC6. Second one is cathode material, that is lithiated cobalt oxide, that is Li 1 minus X COO2, lithiated cobalt oxide, that is ionic form of lithium cobalt oxide. And another one is an electrolyte, that is lithium salts dissolved in organic solvent. Another one is separator, that is polypropylene. It's a clear construction. See, this is a construction. Cathode is lithiated cobalt oxide, and there is a polyethylene or polypropylene membrane act as a separator, and there is a lithium salt in organic solvent used as an electrolyte, in which that electrolyte provides a medium for transport of lithium ions to the cathode during discharging process. So this is construction of lithium cobalt oxide battery. It's a clear. After this
Yes.
construction, coming to the working of lithium cobalt oxide battery, the lithium cobalt oxide battery, it is an example for secondary battery. Therefore, in this battery also there is a both charging and discharging process it takes place, in which coming to the first working during discharging process. During discharging process, the lithium cobalt oxide battery acts as an galvanic cell, where the chemical energy is converted into electrical energy takes place, in which first at the anode there is an oxidation reaction it takes place, in which whatever the lithium carbon material is present as an anode, it undergo oxidation, it will form lithium ions with the liberation of electrons takes place. Here, whatever the electrons are liberated, these electrons, it is taken by the electron, it is taken by the cathode, that is lithiated cobalt oxide. Whatever the lithiated cobalt oxide present as a cathode, it gaining the liberated electron and reacts with lithium ions. There is a formation of lithium cobalt oxide takes place with liberation of energy. And this is the net reaction, where electron lithium ion get cancelled. The remaining, that is lithiated cobalt oxide Li1 minus X COO2 plus LiXC6 gives rise to 6C plus LiCOO2. This is during discharging process. In this way, during discharging process, the chemical energy is converted into electrical energy takes place. Coming to the working during the recharging process. During recharging process, the battery acts as an electrolytic cell, where the electrical energy is converted into chemical energy to takes place, in which what the reactions are reversed and the chemical energy it is regenerated. So coming to the output of this battery, produces an output of 4.0 volts. Coming to the applications or uses of lithium cobalt oxide battery, it is used in cell phones, portable LCD TV, portable CD player, semiconductor device, and another one is a semiconductor audio device and aerospace applications, etc. These are the some applications for lithium ion battery, that is lithium cobalt oxide battery. It's a clear construction and working of lithium ion battery.
Yes, sir.
Like a nickel metal hydride battery, it is also an example for secondary battery. Therefore, here also both charging and discharging process it takes place, in which during discharging process act as galvanic cell, converts chemical energy into electrical energy, in which first at the anode there is a lithium carbon material is there, no? This lithium carbon material act as an anode in the battery. Therefore, it undergo oxidation. It will use lithium ions with the liberation of electrons. At cathode, whatever the lithiated cobalt oxide is there, it gains the liberated electrons from the external circuit. It will react with lithium ions. It will form lithium cobalt oxide. This is working. See, in which during working, whatever the lithium ions are liberated at the anode, these lithium ions move towards this cathode. It takes place. Cathode it takes place through the electrolyte. In this way, this lithiated cobalt oxide, by gaining the electrons from the external circuit and by reacting with lithium ions, there is a formation of lithium cobalt oxide. It takes place. Is that clear? Any doubt in this lithium ion batteries? See, in your syllabus, they mentioned lithium ion battery. For that, one example, lithium cobalt oxide battery. You will not get question. Explain construction and working of lithium cobalt oxide battery. You will get question. Explain construction and working of lithium ion batteries. For that, one example, lithium cobalt oxide battery you need to take and you need to write. It's a clear?
Yes, sir.
Write down next headline, lithium ion batteries. Write down this diagram. See here, separator is missed. In the middle, you write down one line, one straight line. Write it as separator. It's over. Written all of you diagram. Then write down construction. First one, anode, lithium carbon material. Lithium carbon material. In bracket, write down LiXC. LiXC6. Like that you write down. First one. Second one, cathode. Cathode. Lithiated cobalt oxide. Cathode. Lithiated cobalt oxide. Lithiated cobalt oxide. In bracket, write down Li1 minus X COO2 Li 1 minus X COO2. Next one, electrolyte. Lithium salts in organic solvent. Lithium salts in organic solvents. Lithium salts in organic solvents. Lithium salts in organic solvents. Next one, separator polypropylene. Separator polypropylene. Polypropylene. It's a clear construction. Then write down working, write down these three reactions. It's over. Aita bardo.
No, sir.
Okay, write down. Written.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this is about model 1, that is electrochemistry and energy storage system or battery technology. This completes model 1. So now coming to the some important question in this model 1. First one, coming to the battery technology or energy storage system. These are the three possible questions. One is define battery or what are batteries. Explain the classification of batteries with example. So once you will get this question, you need to write down definition of battery. Then you need to write down three types of classification. One is a primary battery, secondary battery, reserve battery. These three batteries definition you need to write down with example. Any one or any two example you need to write down. So remember example also. These question you will get for 6 marks. Next, another one possible question, that is explain construction and working of nickel metal hydride battery. So once you will get this, you need to write down diagram. Then construction means in the construction you need to write down which is the anode material, which is the cathode, which is the electrolyte and which is the separator. Then you need to write down working. While writing working, you need to write down that three reactions: anode reaction, cathode reaction and net cell reaction. It's a clear. Next, another one possible question, explain construction and working of lithium ion batteries. So once you will get lithium ion battery, you come to know that is lithium cobalt oxide battery as an example for lithium ion batteries. So you need to write down first diagram, then same which is the anode material, which is the cathode, which is the electrolyte and which is the separator. Then In working, you need to write down anode reaction, cathode reaction, net reaction. Is it clear? These three questions without fail you will get in your examination also, test also. Any doubt in this? These are the three possible questions you will get from battery technology. So without fail you practice today itself these three questions. It's very easy. It's a clear?
Yes, sir.
Then coming to the some important question in electrochemistry. So first one is an entropy and free energy definition. With reaction you need to know. Then you need to first one. Second question is define single and standard electrode potential. Derive Nernst equation for the determination of single electrode potential. Here any one definition they will ask. Either they will ask single electrode potential or they will ask standard electrode potential. Okay. Then you need to derive Nernst equation. So that final equation you need to remember in your mind. If you return that final equation, that is E cell is equal to E naught plus 0.0591 divided by N law concentration of Mn plus 2 marks you will get. So that, and it helps in the numerical also. So remember that final equation. Second, another possible question. Define a reference electrode. Explain construction and working of Calomel electrode. So first you need to write down reference electrode definition. That is, whatever the electrodes having known or constant potential called as reference electrode. Then you need to write down construction working of Calomel electrode means first you need to write down diagram, then construction 4 points, then you need to write down working. In that you need to write down reaction, anode reaction, cathode reaction and overall reaction with EMF value, that is E cell equation. That is E cell is equal to E naught minus 0.0591 log concentration of Cl minus. Up to that you need to write down. Next one is define ion selective electrode. Explain construction and working of glass electrode. So here first you need to write down definition of ion selective electrode. Then you need to write down diagram for glass electrode. Then construction. Then you need to derive that Eg value. That is EMF of glass electrode. Final Eg is equal to Eg naught minus 0.0591 pH. Until that you need to write down. Next, another one possible, that is define glass electrode. Explain determination of pH of unknown solution using glass electrode. So here you need to write down definition of glass electrode first, then determination of pH of unknown solution. So here first you need to write down diagram, then construction, then you need to derive that equation, that is pH is equal to Eg naught minus E cell minus E reference electrode divided by 0.0591. Next, another one possible, you will get two numericals, one from numerical on the basis of concentration cell, another one numerical on the basis of Nernst equation. Here, to derive the numerical on the basis of Nernst concentration cell, you need to remember formula, that is E cell is equal to 0.0591 divided by N log concentration, 0.0591 divided by N log concentration of C2 divided by concentration of C1. And to solve the numericals on the basis of Nernst equation, you need to remember that is E cell is equal to E naught cell plus 0.0591 divided by N log concentration of cathode species divided by concentration of anode species. These two formulas you need to remember to solve the numerical on the basis of concentration cell and Nernst equation. It's a clear? These are the some important questions, the possible questions from model 1. These are the some questions from electrochemistry. These are the some questions from battery technology. It's a clear? Any
Yes,
doubt
sir.
in this? Any doubt in the model
No,
1? You can ask it now.
no, sir.